Morning. I'm in the backyard and I thought I would make a video and bring you guys along and show you what I harvested today and what's going on. Oh, that little bird's cute. It's probably wants water, which reminds me I need to fill up that water. There's still water in there. That bird bath. Um, oh, and a hummingbird. Let me see if I can zoom in. It's a cute little hummingbird. We've had so many hummingbirds um, in the yard this year. Every day I see the hummingbirds. I think it's because I added more flowers to the backyard and some flower varieties that the hummingbirds really like. Anyways, got a little distracted. Yeah. So yeah, I'm mostly like having to do a little bit of watering. I water every day, and I do it in sections because I don't have a like irrigation system installed. There's the hummingbird back again. It was on the jujube. Sorry, you guys, I'm easily distracted. I'm always trying to capture the hummingbirds in photos and videos. Just think they're so beautiful. They're fascinating. So small and cool and cute. Anyways, yeah, so I'm finishing up the watering. I water every day in sections. I don't water Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's like I break it up into 4 sections. I don't have a watering system installed, like a self-watering system installed, so I have to hand water. Um, Anyways, and then I decided to go ahead and harvest the peaches on the tree, and so I have a nice little harvest, a little basket full. The birds this year, I didn't do anything to try to keep the birds off the peach tree, so they went crazy on the peaches. They really did take a large portion of my peaches of my harvest, which is fine. I just kind of, to be honest, I just kind of got lazy and I didn't want to do like that little, I didn't want to hang up the reflective tape or netting or organza bags. So I was a little discouraged because I not that long ago I noticed that the peach tree, like on the trunk and bark, and I'll show you guys that something's burrowing into them because I started seeing um, lots of little sap, like it was oozing sap, little dots, little tiny like pea size or smaller. And so I was like, oh, something's burrowing into the tree because they were all over like little polka dots. So I'm like, okay, that looks like some sort of insect activity trying to. The tree looks really nice, though. You can see it in the back here. It still looks pretty nice, and the canopy was a lot bigger. I did prune quite quite a bit off the side branches. Nothing off the top, but I did prune. I did prune it a couple days ago, and removed a lot of fruit with it. Still kind of green. This year I didn't thin enough, so it is pretty important to thin your trees unless you want a lot of small fruit. So so my fruit is small this year. I had a lot of fruit, but small. Um, so yeah, I did like fill up a bag, like a brown grocery bag of immature fruit, and had to throw it away when I pruned the branches. Um, but yeah, so if this tree's around next year, I'm going to thin it a lot more so we can get some larger fruit. And I say if it's around next year because it's been getting attacked for maybe this is the second or third year. It's still doing pretty good. So I'm gonna try to keep it around and protect it and do my best to keep it alive. But we did lose the plum tree, same kind of thing. I don't know why the plum tree got affected more. It's like more of a severe infestation or whatnot, but it did start to dry the branches, and it started with like yellowing of the leaves and dead branches, and then it took like half the tree, like it was just yellow and dead. And I was like, oh, okay. So I just decided to remove the tree because it was pretty infested, I believed. And yeah, anyways, we got that hurricane, that storm, Hurricane Hillary. It wasn't too bad in here in my area, but it did drop a lot of water, a lot of rain. I think by the time it reached us here in the high desert, it was like a tropical storm. Nothing too bad. Just a lot of water, which, I enjoy the rain. But it wasn't too bad here for us. But because of all that water, we do have a lot of weeds, mostly Bermuda grass, just popping up everywhere. So I have some work to do, and I need to tidy up the yard and get out my weed whacker and whack down or back a lot of this grass and just kind of clean it up, make it look more tidy. Um, so yeah, so I got a little basket of peaches. I'm gonna take inside and wash and eat and enjoy with my kids and my partner. And whatever is left on the tree is just fruit that the birds have already pecked, and they've kind of destroyed it, like at least half of it. And I'm just gonna leave it on the tree for the birds to finish enjoying for the rest of the season. The wildlife needs food, and I'm not gonna eat them, so it's for them. So they have some nice peaches to enjoy. The little bird up there on the peach tree, it's up the top. They come every day to eat peaches and drink water. So yeah, I'm gonna leave them on there until they're just dried up, and then I'll clean up the tree, because I don't want to leave like fruit on the tree to like maybe encourage like insects to come and do more damage. And also any fallen fruit, I try to stay on top and clean it up, so that we don't encourage like rodents and insects and stuff like that. So I did, when I was picking, I did drop some fruit, so I'm gonna clean it up. And then maybe this evening I'll try to come and whack some of the like, clean up around the trees. Like, it tends to grow a lot of weeds around the trees. I still haven't decided, and because of all that rain, what I was gonna say, I still haven't decided what I want to do as far as a ground cover. I do miss the lawn, and I don't have enough wood chips, and it's kind of hard for me to get them. I had at the beginning, I had a truckload delivered, and they were free, and they just delivered them. But I don't have a truck. I have I have cars and a SUV and little cars, normal 5-passenger cars. So I can't really go and pick them up. So I'd have to have them delivered. But I don't know. As far as the ground cover yet, I still don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, but anyways, off topic. Because of all that rain, the ground was, I took advantage that normally the ground's really hard, like a rock, like super, super hard, our native earth here. So it's a lot of work to dig a hole to plant anything. It really takes a lot of muscle and energy, but I took advantage that the ground was kind of saturated with water, so it was softer for me to dig into. So I did work on the plum stump, and I tried to dig as much of it out as I could, and then I'm thinking I'm going to burn it. So yeah, I think that's the plan, so that I can plant something else in there. So yeah, so there's the peach tree. And then I'll show you guys the peaches, and then I'll show you guys what I've been working on over here on this little little area. So there's my harvest down there. There's the tree. There's still some on there that the birds already pecked. You guys, these pomegranates looking beautiful, the wonderful. Again, look how pretty that looks. So pretty, easy tree to grow. Nothing really bothers it. It gets a little bit of, doesn't have a lot of pests, maybe like nothing major. But anyways, here's the tree, and there's my harvest. I'm gonna get those in and wash them, and then when my kids get home from school, they can enjoy them. That's what the tree looks like right now. You guys, let me show you guys what I'm talking about as far as like the pest that's bothering it. So right now it's still green. I'm done harvesting, and then I'll clean up the tree to make sure there's nothing on there to encourage pest. And then I'm gonna wait, and our fall season should be starting, and then I should really get an idea of how much damage they've done. Like, so I should start to see yellow leaves, followed by dead branches, and then I'll see how bad it is. Hopefully it's not bad at all. Hopefully it's just minor and the tree kind of, is protecting itself. Sorry about my dogs. They bark at the birds when they're drinking water. So let me show you what I'm talking about, the little sap. So I do have some damage from before, like in here, and you can see the little holes where I don't know what it is, maybe a beetle like went into the cambium layer and then into the woody part of the interior. But it's trying to, heal. But there was nothing on the trunk before last year, and then this just happened like a few weeks ago. You can see there's a point of entry there. You can see these little dots, and they're easy to identify because the tree, once you dig into it or burrow into it, it starts to like ooze sap, and that's why there is that color. But see, they're in here. So it looks pretty bad, you guys. I don't know. So this tree might have to be removed as well, which is sad because I really like it. But I can always replace it. I don't think they're very long-lived trees to begin with, but yeah. But we'll see. Hopefully it continues to live. So yeah. Oops. There it is. But that's what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I do want one of those little donut peaches. It's a white variety. You just pop out the seed, and they call it a donut because you pop out the seed and it's kind of flat and it has a little hole. Or a Saturn peach. I think those are the two names. So I might plant that. And then I also do have a seedling from this tree growing in a container, because it's a seedling. So I might just, if this ever dies, I might replace it with one of the seedlings that I have over there growing. Let me show you really quick. It's right here. It's a seedling. There it is. It's getting pretty tall. So we'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna take that in, and then over here, you guys, I have like a little microclimate, and also, you guys know this was in the ground. All of my citrus is in the ground now. Yesterday I planted my last citrus in the ground that I had in a container. So I do have a dwarf Mexican key lime in the front of my door, like literally a few steps away from my front door in this planter. And that's it. All of the other citrus are in the ground now. They have pretty big trunks now, so I will protect them on nights that are really, really cold, where I might feel like they need a little frost cloth or something. But other than that, we'll see how they do. I planted it yesterday. I still need to add some mulch, and it's a little bit above ground. It's not too deep because they don't want to be like they need good drainage, and our soil, it's not the best. So I do like to plant them a little bit above ground level, just so that it has better drainage. They do like good drainage. So yeah, so that's my Moro Blood Orange in this little corner. And this is the first one I decided to put in the ground. The Owari Satsuma Mandarin, right behind my pomegranate, a few feet away. And then I have a pineapple guava in the center, and then two citrus trees, the orange blood orange, Moro blood orange, and the Owari Satsuma. Those are the varieties. Um, I still have that tree in the back I purchased this year at a box store. I think it was Home Depot. And I still don't know where I want to plant it or if it's even going to survive in my area. I think it's hardy down to like, I think it's called hardy down to 25 or 30. I don't know if it's in the 30s or in the 20s, but sometimes we can get cold. So yeah, so those are in the ground, and then I'll show you what I was working. So over here I have like a little area. Here's my block wall. This is my garage. So I moved everything out. I was just kind of using this area to store like junk, like, you know, extra stuff that I didn't want out here that was not very pretty, just for storage. It was like a storage area. So I cleaned it up, and I decided it's like a little protected area. So I'm thinking it's like a good little microclimate. I think it's a southeast location, but we do have like a 6-foot wall, a little bit over 6 feet, like 6'2", 6'3", and then we have the garage, and then the space in between I believe is 4 feet wide, maybe 4.5 feet wide. So it's kind of narrow. So I'm gonna try to grow them kind of like growing up against the wall and kind of flat. But and then so I'm growing citrus and guavas in ground. The only problem is I think it'll be, well, we have a few problems, and I'm gonna keep watching it, and it is an experiment. I did just realize, and this was after I planted, that it doesn't get as much sun as I thought it did. And I thought, oh, well, it's gonna get like, you know, 6 hours of sun. I was very wrong. You can see the sun. They're still in shade. You can see that line where it's shaded. And then above that line, the sun starts to peek through. And I think it's like 8 o'clock right now. So they're not going to be in full sun until like 9, I think 9 or 10. So once they get taller, they will be getting more sun. But right now they're getting about like 3 hours, I think, 3 to 4, which is not enough for citrus. So I don't know if they're not going to fruit for me, but so it starts to, they would normally get morning sun, but you see, not until like 9 or 10, it starts to go down. And then they get full sun, and then they get afternoon shade. I think they're in full shade after like around 1 o'clock. So like 9, 10, 11, 12, like, so it's not a lot. It's not enough sunlight, direct sunlight. So we do have that heat, but they want that, you know, that sunlight. But let me walk back here and show you what I planted. So I don't know, we'll see how they do. So I'm thinking they're gonna do good, like they're gonna be lush and grow, but they may not produce well because of that lack of daylight. But see, you can see, I'm like 6 feet tall, I'm 5'11". So, you know, if I was a plant here, I would be in the sun, getting this morning sun. So they just need to grow. See, the guava is almost there. As they grow, they'll get more sun. So right now they're not getting full sun till like 10 or 9. But if they were just a little bit taller, they'd start to get sunlight around 8 o'clock. So they'll get an extra hour. So yeah, they just need to get taller. Eventually, if they get really tall, like they'd get that evening sun, but they're not gonna get that tall. I think that's like, that tip is like maybe 20 feet tall. I don't know, that's 7, so 8 or 10. But so I planted them here. I still need to remove some of those containers, and some of it is trash. So I'm kind of cleaning and getting things tidy. I might even put something here for me to sit. And the doors do open out, which is good. this door opens out, because if it would open in, then you know it would limit the growing space. So they do open out, and then this one opens out as well, which is awesome, because you know if they open in, you have to keep them shorter. So they do have the ability to get nice and bushy. It can grow all the way over there because it won't interfere with the door opening and closing. It opens out. So let's see, this is what it looks like. And I did I've been thinking about this for a while, but I just hadn't done it because when it's dry and hot here and it hardly rains, it's really hard to dig holes like by hand. So because of the rain, I took advantage. The earth wasn't too bad and I was able to dig these holes. I dug 4. This one's still empty because I want a Mexican cream guava to go in here, so I left it empty. So we have citrus, guava, citrus, guava, citrus. And this is the show you the varieties. Oh, we have a little stem here, which is awesome. I want those horizontal branches instead of the I want those horizontal branches and that upgrowth to kind of, you know, hug that wall. This is the navel orange. That's the tropical pink guava. And we have the navel orange, tropical pink guava. That's my what is that? It's a lime. It's the bear slime. Looking cute. I do need to mulch. I need to add some mulch. I added some fertilizer. And then hopefully I can get my hands on a Mexican cream guava. So we'll have the tropical pink and the Mexican cream. And then we have another orange variety, which is, what is this? I think it's Valencia. Yeah, Valencia, semi-dwarf rootstock. So yeah, so I am concerned about the amount of light. Right now they're not getting enough. I think they want like 6 to 8 hours or more, I think. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I am excited. My other concern, of course, which is the reason why I need a microclimate or I need to protect them, it's the cold winters. They don't really like cold weather. So I'm hoping this area here stays warm enough for them, since this will probably radiate heat, this wall here, and so will the garage structure. And they're just kind of tucked in here nicely. So hopefully it doesn't get too cold here. And then I can always, and I am planning on, you know, keeping an eye out on the weather to, you know, I don't want them to suffer any cold damage. So I'll throw a frost cloth. Those are my plans. Cover them on really cold nights. I'll just see how they're doing. And then if they actually need a little bit of extra cold protection, then I'll do a frost cloth. And if they need more, then I don't know. I'm not willing to do too much. Like, I don't think I'm going to do like Christmas lights and, you know, all that. But I'm willing to do a little bit, but I do not too much work. I don't want to complicate my life too much, but hopefully I won't have to do too much. So all of my citrus is in the ground now. I do have limited space, so I kind of wished I would have gotten that Cara navel, because they have that pink color, so that I can have pink and red and orange citrus one day. But right now I'll have a lot of orange. I might still get a Cara. So yeah, so this is my little area. I still have to clean a little bit over there, and then yeah, and then I have the mandarin there and the blood orange over there. And we'll see how they do. And then you guys know I have the kumquat and calamandan over there on the other side of the yard, all the way on the other side. But that's it. So I'm gonna just wanted to share with you guys what I've been doing. Pretty pomegranates. I'm gonna get my peaches in the house and clean them, wash them, and yeah. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Oh, and I got a cactus planted there. I don't know. I wanted some more cactus. I'm also developing a little bit of a addiction with cactus. I really like the pads, I like to eat them, and I like the fruits, so why not? So I put one there, and I might put another one over there. All right, I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye.